Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well on this Sunday. I want to talk a little bit about XRP, of course. Hey, guys, the rails are in place. The infrastructure is sound and strong. Global adoption is running its course overseas as we speak. Not so much in the United States, but we have really nothing to worry about, guys. We just have to hold on to our conviction, hold on to what we have, and just sit and wait. Wait until we get that wait until we get that the adoption that price appreciation. I mean, that we're looking for. That all we can do is sit back and wait for the price appreciation. But everything else is in place. The rails are in place. The infrastructure is sound and strong. Nothing to worry about. What's going on, Todd? What's going on, Jay? Yes, keep buying. That's for sure. If you're able to buy it, buy more. Not financial advice. Versatile. Are we still getting that three digits by the end of the year? No, I don't think so. We can't give up though, right, Jay? We can't give up. Hope you guys had a good weekend thus far. The weekend's just about over. Yeah, I had to sell some a while back too. I understand. Time is tough. Time is tough. But all we can do is wait. Supply shock soon, of course, which is going to drive the price up tremendously, I believe. What's going on, Digital Corals? What's happening, my friend? Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. What's happening, Disco? Still working all those hard hours, Disco? I I had put a lot of hours in myself this week. It's been a long, draining week for me. Okay, I'll be working all the way with no days off until Christmas Eve. Trying to keep my head above water, catch up on these bills. Unless XRP does something drastic. Yeah, we need our wealth. Hope so, but it's looking like we're going to be going sideways to the Clarity Act. So we get that Clarity Act signed. That's the way it's looking, unfortunately. Unless there's going to be some crazy catalyst, like the reverse carry trade or something like that. Price of oil goes through the roof. Yeah, but a lot of the financial institutions want it to be signed into law. A lot of them are waiting on the sidelines. But yeah, you're right. We already have clarity, but it's not going to be enough. At least right now, we need it to be signed into law. That's just my opinion. Hopefully, no later than first quarter next year. Yeah, we're ready. No doubt about it. Your bags are packed. Okay. I want to go to Florida myself. I'm ready. I'm right there with you. My bags aren't packed, but they will be packed. Yeah, but like I was saying at the beginning of the video, the rails are in place. Of course, we have global adoption. Most of the activities are happening overseas more so than the United States. As for now, we have all these spot ETFs in place. We have a lot going on, and the price is steady going sideways right now. But I would say don't be discouraged. Hold on what you have. Hold on to what you have, and if you can afford to buy more, buy more. Not financial advice. The infrastructure is sound and strong. The rails are in place. We have global adoption. They're moving billions of dollars overseas as we speak, but yet the price is still going sideways. Go figure. Yeah, person had to have a really bad hardship. Those are the ones that probably selling and having a hard time. It's a bad time to sell now. Of course, I agree. Disco. You said you'll never sell Todd dividends, baby. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, everybody's fighting to stay above ground nowadays, working their fingers to the bone. Yeah, it's rough out here, guys. A lot of people are struggling financially. That's for sure. Yeah, times are hard. Things are hard. Yes, we're gonna be able to appreciate it that much better because of the hard times we're going through right now. Absolutely, Disco. I agree. Eventually, you won't be able to buy anymore. Won't be any enough. Won't be any left to buy. Oh, excuse me. Before long, won't even be enough to buy. Won't be any left to buy. Actually, I think once it reaches $10 at that time, I don't think there's going to be any XRP left. If it is, people, well, I guess people will be selling it. I guess so. You will be able to get it at $10. My bad. But the supply is still below. I think. Yeah. Hopefully, I won't have to buy it $10 myself. I think the last time I checked, our XRP was at what 208, $2.08 the last time I checked. You only spend $50 a week on XRP. Is that what you're referring to, Disco? Juicy, what's going on? Hello. That's not bad. So you're getting like 25, roughly 25 a week. That's pretty good. Welcome back, Juicy. I Can't Dance by Phil Collins. That's a good one. I like that Salt and Pepper song where it says pump, pump and jam, pump it up. I like that song. I don't know. I can't remember the name of it though. Hi, Juicy. Yeah, there was a song that Salt and Pepper sang, and they were like, "Pump, pump it, jam, pump it up," but I can't remember the name of it. Probably was back in the '90s or 2000. I think it was in the '90s when that song came out. Techno Trick, okay. Tektronic, okay. I used to love that song. Yep, '90s. I figured that. Thanks, Todd. Probably not gonna get up as early tomorrow for work because I've been getting up early every day the past 5 or 6 days. I'm burnt out. I'll sleep in a little bit later tomorrow. I'm only doing Uber rideshare tomorrow. I did food deliveries for the past few days. Go out there and get that money. Not looking like 3 digit end of year Jake prediction. Jake is also predicting possibly $100 by the end of the year, which is a few weeks away. I hope it'll be nice if it gets to $100. I'll be out of debt if it goes to $100. If it stays there, especially. Not not only do you want it to get to $100, but you want it to stay there for a while so you can take some profit. Disco says I went to Fort Lauderdale this weekend. I landed back in Boston at 4 p.m. and came straight to work. OT, laugh out loud. Wow. Hey man, I ain't mad at you, man. You had some downtime, some time to spend, and leisure time, and enjoy yourself, and then back to work. That's what's up. Well, it's good you got a chance to get away and have some fun. Alex says, when we go moon? I don't know. Hopefully to 2026. I just don't know how much longer, but we're gonna be seeing these low prices, under $3. How much longer? I wonder. Any thoughts, guys? Disco says, I think we will stay under $10 until the summer. Wow. That would suck. I had put a challenge out there for the guys to not shave their beard until it gets to $100. I wonder how many guys are still taking me up on that challenge. I have not shaved myself. As you can see, I haven't shaved. I only cut the hair below here. I keep that shaped up, but as far as all this, I don't really touch that too much. What's up, Alex? So don't look at it staying under $10 as it's sucking, bro. That's an opportunity to get more. Yeah, I agree. I don't see myself buying any more past $5 myself though. But I'm not knocking what you're saying, Disco. But I can't see myself buying any more past $5. That's just me. You say you begged me to reconsider. Yeah, I mean, I should have an opportunity to buy a whole lot more once I get my income taxes back. But right now, I'm not gonna hold you, man. I'm strapped for cash. But it's a good gesture though. Pookie says my whole thing is how overly marketed this thing is. I believe it was going as high as they say we wouldn't even know about XRP. I'm just saying. Yeah, a lot of us YouTubers are talking about XRP, of course, and there's a lot of people outside of TV or YouTube, whatever you want to call it, are not even talking about it at all. So definitely watching this stuff on platforms is helping out. Is making people aware about this investment in XRP. Otherwise, a lot of us wouldn't know about it because I didn't know about it. How I found out about it was on YouTube, and of course, I did my own research as well on the internet. So I'm convinced that it's going to happen. It just, as I always say, it's not a matter of if; it's a matter of when. It's imminent. It's bound to happen. It's only a matter of time. It's too valuable of an asset to not happen. There's too many people involved for it not to happen, in my opinion. Governments are involved. FIs are involved. So many entities are involved for XRP to not be successful and to be the greatest asset and the greatest wealth opportunity and the greatest wealth transfer of all time. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, not if. Only a matter of time, guys. And a lot of us have not invested in XRP, but the ones who have, you're in a good position, a great position. Something to be excited about. Definitely something to be excited about. To a celebration by Forrest Frank and Wobble. Me wanna dance. And how has your day been? My day's been good. It's been very fruitful. Not only did I have a long work day, a pretty good work day, I also had to do my laundry. I was long overdue for doing my laundry, so I got nice, good, clean clothes. So I'm excited. I'm excited for a week ahead. For the week ahead. No, I don't have super chats, Disco. I'm not monetized yet. I'm still working on that. But I appreciate you asking, Disco. It's not easy to get monetized, but once I become monetized, I'll be able to have that accessibility. But I can say this though, when I'm able to get super chats, I'm not just going to be answering questions from super chats. I'm gonna answer everybody's questions as much as I can because I'm not on here for just super chats. Now, don't get me wrong. I'll be grateful, and it adds value. It would definitely add value to myself, but I'm not gonna just not read it. I'm gonna try to read everybody's questions, whether you a person super chat me or not, and that's the God's honest truth. I'm not knocking people who do it. I just That's just not the way I operate. I want to be able to answer everybody's questions, whether you donate to me or not. I'm not on here to prove any. I'm not on here to prove anything. I'm just an average guy like anybody else that enjoy talking to people, and I always have the passion to talk to people, and hey, it's my passion to talk to people. What can I say? Everybody might want to have a purpose in life. That's my purpose in life, to be able to love people and talk to people and just be as genuine as I can. That's what it's all about. And of course, actions speak louder than words. Only way you're gonna know that's true about me if you constantly watch my videos and see how I interact, and you'll know I'm just an average guy. That's it. I'm just an average guy, just like anybody else. Not better than anyone out here. Just average. I appreciate that, Todd. It's you're the you guys are the reason why I have a channel, and you're the reasons why that I will eventually get monetized. But until that time comes, I have to be patient and just be true to myself. That's all I can do. So when do you reckon that's going to happen? What, did I get monetized? What are you referring to, Jay Blake? I believe 2026 is going to be a huge year for us. I had made a prediction that XRP was going to make it between $15 to $25 by the end of the year, but it's not looking like that's going to happen. It's looking like my prediction is going to fail. But I was hoping, and I was anticipating that we possibly be at 15 to $25. That was my prediction. But it's looking like it's more so the next year. Definitely when the Clarity Act gets signed, we should see some great upward movement. Hopefully. But yeah, my number one is XRP. I have a little bit of H bar. Um, I have a lot of faith in Stronghold, XLM. I believe all those are good ones to try to do your research about and try to do your research on. I even heard Quant was good. Quant is almost $100 though, but still, some are the supply is really low. Their what do you call it? Their circulating supply on the Quant is really low, and so I'm thinking it's gonna reach 100,000 like Bitcoin in one day. Possible, very possible. I don't have the money for Quant right now, but I like to get some Quant QNT and ZBEC. I heard was good too. I don't have any ZBEC, but I heard that's good too. Yeah, Todd, I heard ZBEC is good. Disco, you still there, my friend? Oh wow, under a penny. Okay. So so Disco, do you have any predictions on let's just say $10? What are your thoughts, Disco, on when it's going to reach $10? I just wanted to ask you that question. I'm thinking sometime in January myself, but that's just me. Oh, you think it's going to be all the way in the summertime? Wow, that's a ways out. Okay, so that means that it's like the powers that be going to be kicking the can for quite a while. Then that's unfortunate. I hope you're wrong, Disco. All depends on when they finish. I believe when they finish legislation, it's gonna skyrocket like over $100. Once the Clarity Act is signed, I think we're gonna start seeing $100 plus because those rails. What are they saying? The rails can't move um, properly without $100 minimum. So hey, or the better way to say it, the liquidity can't move properly without $100 minimum. But all we can do right now is buy and hold. Know what you hold. Know you hold on to your conviction. Don't let anybody discourage you, shake you out of your position. XRP is the number one, in my opinion, asset to hold of all time. And as some may say, they're going to be writing books about us. They're going to be making movies, writing movies about what's going on right now. I believe that. See, after the Clarity Act, I think you'll see the NDA slowly start coming out. Things will start increasing, but I believe $10 will be summer. Wow, you think it'll be $100 by next Christmas? Wow. Okay. Todd says I heard some say 10,000 minimum to operate. Hey, I'll split the difference between 110,000. Laugh out loud. I know that's right. Like I said, 100 bucks to get me out of debt. That's my number one objective, as I always say, like a broken record. 100 bucks, I'm out of debt. I'm debt free. $1,000, I'm semi-retired. 10,000, I am all the way retired. Yeah, I hope you're wrong too, Disco. I'm just hoping that the Clarity Act it won't go past March of next year. Even though I really don't want to wait that long, but I just hope it don't go past March when they get that Clarity Act signed. And I don't know why they're dragging it. I dragging, kicking the can down the road so long. Why it's taking so freaking long? It's ridiculous. I guess it's all calculated. It's all purpose by design. I guess strategic, I should say. But I'm glad. I'm really happy about the success of the spot ETFs so far. They've been doing very well. I'm excited about it. That's huge. That's major. Even though we've been going sideways, those spot ETFs been doing hella good. I would like to be retired next year, so I can really. I really do hope I'm wrong. I like to be retired in the next 3 years myself. Before I turn 55, I'm 52 right now. I like to be retired by 55, and I believe I will. I believe. If people ever, if people, if they're, how can I say it? If some of you want to be retired in a few years, I believe it's going to happen. Especially if you made the initial effort to invest. That's the key. If you have not invested, then it ain't gonna happen. I've invested, so I can say I believe it's gonna happen. Yeah, man. I'm happy for you, man. The more you have, the more you'll be able to make an impact not just on your life, but anybody else's life. Especially if you're trying to be like a philanthropist. The more, the better. But if they want to drag everything out, and there's enough XRP to buy later, especially after income tax season, I definitely want to add more to my position. Sounds kind of bad saying it like that, but it is what it is. Your income tax return should not be something that you have to look forward to every time to get out of a jam. But in most cases, well, I won't even say most cases. There's some cases that's just the way it is, unfortunately. Oh, no taxes on OT. That's what's up. Well, you're gonna have more money in your pocket than Disco. He also said no taxes on tip too, but I don't know if it apply to me. I get tips driving DoorDash and Uber, but I don't know if it applies to me or not. Do anybody know if no taxes on tip applies to gig workers? I'm not for sure. I know waitresses in the restaurants they're not going to be taxed, but I don't know about it across the board. Everybody, I don't know how that works. Okay, Disco, that explains why you are waiting for $10. For guys like me, that will barely get the decent used car, and all our XRP would be gone. Right? Yep, that would be me too. I couldn't sell mine like that, but sounds like Disco will be retired at $10, and I can't wait to $10 so I could be congratulating you, Disco. But I won't be retired. But you can still rule me on until my $100 gets here. Till we get that $100. That's when I'll be retiring. I'm 10 times behind you. 10 times the amount behind you. That's all right though. $100. I don't think it's gonna be take years and years and years for it to reach $100. It could reach $100 next year. That's why I said that you still should be buying when it's at $5. Oh yeah, I'll be buying at five, but I just don't see myself buying past $10. Only reason why I say because I have to live within my means. But I will buy at $5 still. I'm not going against that at all. So you begged me to reconsider. Oh yeah, yeah, Disco. I'll be thinking about it. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I just the way my mind is set up right now, just I wasn't thinking that far ahead or buying it that high of a price, $10. That's all. But I'm not saying it's a bad idea though. $100 will only give me 10 XRP at that price, of course. I know somebody was there was a YouTuber. I'm not going to mention his name. There was a YouTuber saying that as of lately, on Sundays at around 3 o'clock, that XRP been moving up. But I haven't seen it today. That didn't happen today. If it did happen, correct me if I'm wrong. But think about what that XRP would be worth when it's $100 or $500. Very true. You make a good point, Disco. I'm going to mention something, but it's not financial advice. But I got two bags of our XRP. I got a get out of debt bag, and I got a forever retirement bag that I'm not going to touch for a long time. When I say a long time, at least when it gets to $10,000 a coin. But I do have a get out of debt and be able to splurge a little bit and take a vacation bag, and then I have another bag that I'm not going to touch for a while, and not at least until it gets to 10,000 a coin. And that's just what I'm doing. I can't tell you guys what you should do. That's just what I'm doing. I got a forever bag, and I got a get out of debt bag, and have some fun, like go on vacation bag, and that's just me. Disco says I got XRP at 38 cents. I racked up. I agree that it's hard to buy at higher prices, but just keep thinking about on where things can go. Yeah, absolutely. Just like when I mentioned it's going to go to 10,000, I believe. Imagine how much those few that you were able to buy at $10. What you're saying is absolutely correct, Disco. Much respect. I definitely agree, especially with somebody who's accumulated so much and started at 38 cents. I started in the $2 range, so I'm not definitely not that new. I mean, I'm definitely not early. How can I say it? I'm not an OG. Let me say it like that. I'm not an OG when it comes to XRP. But I'm grateful that I got a chance to get in when I did get in. I believe my dollar cost average is $2.75. So go figure. Feel like you when people were saying they got in at 12 cents. Wow, okay. I started at 50 cents July of 24. We are going so much higher. Yeah, we are going so much higher. We are. Todd says, yeah, I wish I went all in when it was 50 cents. Yeah, me too. I knew about it when it was that low. I knew about it when it was 30 cents and I didn't buy. But let me say this though. And I'm not saying this to be like pessimistic, but if someone is able, the ones who are really having like a hardship and having money problems, if they buy just 100 XRP, they're setting themselves up for uh, life changing wealth, in my opinion. Just 100. If a person can just only afford to buy 100, I believe they're setting themselves up for great success. That's just my opinion. And 100 coins is not a lot, but just think about it. If it goes to 10,000, I'm not gonna say if, but when it goes to 10,000, and you got 100 coins, that's life changing. So something to think about. I think $300 by 2028 is definitely realistic. Not saying it won't go higher than that or before then. Disco says they will have to hold for a while at $100. No, I wasn't talking about $100. I was talking about 100 coins, 100 XRP, because they're saying that the rails have to move. People are saying that the rails is going to be moving at 10,000. So if they got 100 coins, 100 XRP, that's what, $1 million. Not too shabby. I don't think they'll have to wait that long, Disco, because if they're saying the rails are going to be moving at 10,000 at the pace of 10,000, 100 times 10,000 is quite a bit of money, man. But I'm only going by what they say. That's not something that I'm saying. They're just saying it has to be at that high of a price to function properly. So if they got 100, that's life changing. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think you got to wait to 2030. No way. I don't think XRP is gonna. I don't think we're gonna have to wait to 2030 for XRP to get to 10,000 a coin. That's just my opinion. I could see maybe 2027, 2028. It'll be at 10,000 a coin, but that's just my opinion. I hope I'm right too, man. That's the thing about it, though. None of us know. It's a mystery. I can hope and wish and pray, but it's all a mystery. It's all in God. God has the final say, in my opinion. Just keep the dollar cost average. What's up, Drew? Just don't get discouraged, guys. Know what you hold is going to create new millionaires for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, I believe. The two recent acquisitions alone will produce a lot of business for Ripple. That's what Booker says. Todd says, man, that is the truth, brother. Disco says, I still do. I can't advise you on how much you should hold. That's something that you have to figure out for yourself. Everybody's situation is different. I can't advise anybody on how many you should have. I was just saying that I believe if you hold 100, that could be life changing, in my opinion. And 100 is not a lot. And I don't mean buy 100 and then go and sell some of it. Now you'll be defeating the purpose. But I believe 100 is life changing, and that's not financial advice. Nor am I a financial advisor. Nor can I advise anybody on when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, or anything like that, or what to buy, sell, or hold. Right. Do your research and buy based on what you believe. I'm not going to say exactly how many I have, but I have over 1,000. but I'm not going to say exactly how many I have. And that's what I have, over 1,000, and that's definitely not a lot. So all the extra money is going to beer and XRP. Man, a beer sounds good right about now. Man, the last time I had a beer was Thanksgiving. Had a few beers on Thanksgiving, I should say. I'm happy for you holding that much. Think about how many people don't hold 50 coins. Yeah, I'm gonna be a millionaire right there with you guys. It's just a matter of time. Some of us are gonna be multi millionaires. But I'll be in the millionaire status with you guys. Looking forward to it. But I can say this. Once you become wealthy, you definitely want to become quiet and silent. You can't be broadcasting it to everybody because you're gonna put yourself in a position where you can put yourself in harm's way. And when I say put yourself in harm's way, I don't necessarily mean like violence will come upon you. I mean you put yourself in harm's way where you won't have any peace. You won't have peace of mind. So you don't want to put yourself in that predicament. Don't go broadcasting your wealth once you become wealthy. That's not a wise move. Not wise at all. Some of the very people that you think that you can trust to tell, they may become your worst nightmare. So you got to be very careful, guys. Very careful. There will be power in secrecy. Power in secrecy. Remember that, guys. You don't want to broadcast all your business. That's why I believe they say lottery winners they put curses upon themselves. And actually, there's too many situations where it's broadcast anyway through the media, and that I believe that starts a curse. No one needs to know your business like that. The main person should know is you. That's it. The main person should know is you. No one else should really know. Can't trust people nowadays. Even close family members, you can't trust them. You gotta be quiet. In the Bible, Joseph bragged about his dreams and everything. Look what happened to him. Even though he came out great on the other side, his brothers beat him up real bad, threw him in the pit, sold him into slavery, and Joseph ended up being the very one to save them when a famine came. So, as much as you want to tell everybody about your newfound wealth, you want to keep it to yourself and be strategic on how you move. You got to be careful, guys. But and I only say that because I'm genuinely concerned. Yep. Never tell people how many tokens you have. That's absolutely. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? I know my man Disco said he was able to go to Fort. I think he said Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Florida is one of my favorite spots to go to. I want to go to Tampa. Thanks, Todd. I appreciate that, man. I was just thinking Avatar's coming out this month. I can't wait. See, Todd says I went to Cincinnati, and while there, I got a Gold Star Coney and a Skyline Coney. Yum, man, that sounds delish. I'm a sucker for a good Polish or hot dog. Disco says Florida homes are expensive now. Insurance, etc., are forcing folks out. Wow. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I want to buy a beautiful home, a beautiful property where it's not that expensive and the taxes aren't high. I want to buy a piece of land where I could either build on it or, well, the land definitely has to have all the utilities on there, the water well dug out, the septic tank, all that good stuff. So I could just either build on it or maybe find something that already has a house on top of, has a house on the property already. That's what I'm hoping for. Yep, Jay, buy your XRP, secure your wealth. Absolutely. Absolutely. What y'all think about JE might be connected to Bitcoin? What does JE stand for? Oh, Epstein? Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that Epstein is connected to Bitcoin. Said build a Bardonium super sharp and half the cost of a traditional home. Yeah, I would consider that. It kind of looks ugly on the outside, but I don't care about the look. It's probably extravagant on the inside. I actually I drove past one here in Colorado not too long ago. They have Bardoniums, whatever you want to call them here. I live in one of those. I'm not gonna hold you. I live in one, most definitely. Hey guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I welcome all new subscribers. Hit that like button, hit the notification bell, let you know whenever I put out a new video, whenever I go live. I appreciate you guys. Disco says USA would not let Bitcoin collapse. Too many rich folks hold it. America does not allow the rich to lose. Facts, I agree. Todd says there are hundreds of different home plans and designs. Yes. Take your pick. Of course, it needs money. You need money for all that, of course. On the other side of price appreciation, that's for sure. You said you heard that people are dumping their Bitcoin and moving into XRP. Possibly, yeah. Supply shock is coming. Supply shock is coming. The purple crown means, I believe, the most people that are interacting with me on here on the live, making the most comments in that order. That's what that means. So Todd, you actually made the most comments on here. That's why you have you're number one crown holder. If that makes any sense. So, yep, and that's why I'm buying as much as I can. Yeah, I'm buying as much as I can too. As of late, I haven't been able to buy any, but when I get money, no money is extra money. But when I get money to buy, I'll buy. Booker says no turning back once all the ETFs are online and the Clarity Act is passed. Yes. Like I said, I'm hoping that the Clarity Act won't go past. As far as it getting signed, I hope it don't go past March of next year. I mean, I've been patient all this time, but I'm not gonna hold you. I'll be a little bit disappointed if it goes past March of next year. When I say March, I mean the end of March. So hopefully it'll get passed before the end of March of next year. Or I'm gonna be a little bit discouraged. I'm not gonna give up, but I'm gonna be a little discouraged and disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. See, Russian says XRP will run up will be when it's extended, implemented as a payment settlement currency. Yes, that's true. I believe that. Disco says heard that Tether would collapse and it will affect Bitcoin, but I doubt that. The USA is full of rich crooks that will steal and kill to remain rich. Wow. A few poor folks will squeeze through the crack, but the rich will protect the rich. Since the beginning of time, you already know. They keep saying that it's probably no more than 2 or 3 million that hold XRP. That's not a whole lot. That's not a whole lot of people. 2 million people holding XRP is not a lot. Yeah, we are the cracks that will squeeze through. They can't stop everybody from being rich, but a few of us will become rich. A few of us will become wealthy. Some people may ask, what is considered wealthy? Like, what dollar amount will be considered wealthy? Because some people say there's a difference between rich and wealthy. I think a person that becomes wealthy when they're able to pay their bills with no hassle. They're able to buy cars with no hassle, be able to take vacations with no hassle. I think that's wealthy. Now, I can't really put a dollar amount on that, but I would say at least high six figures. A person is considered wealthy. That's just my opinion. If I had to say that there's a difference between rich and wealthy, I think a rich person carries more weight than wealthy for some reason. I don't know. I think a rich person is wealthier than a wealthy person. If that makes any sense. But what are you guys thoughts about being rich or being wealthy? Spollock says, pay off the house, all my bills, and have money in the bank. Most definitely, you're in a good place when that happens. I've heard of DeFi. Wealthy is when I don't have to clock in. I know that's right. Fishing says buying back time with my family. I know that's right. 5 million minimum to be wealthy, especially in today's dollars. 5 million is not as much as we may think. Yes, I believe. Well, it's not. How can I say it? That's how much I'll probably end up being worth is 5 million plus with XRP. Eventually, yeah, you and me both fishing. I'm glad I have time to accumulate too. The time is running out though. We have a little bit of time left. Not a whole lot of time, but a little bit of time left to accumulate. Disco says our economy is jacked up. Inflation is insane. 5 million ain't nothing in 2025. Booker says, "What do you think? What do I think about cold wallets? Cold wallets is the safest place to protect your assets. Can you retire with 5 million? Yes, but you're not considered rich with that. Okay, agree with that. I'm rich in the sense of having my wife and children, a stable job, and a roof over our heads. But I'm working to become wealthy. Okay, I can't disagree with that or disco. Booker says, I think that at some point in the future there will be no purpose for cold wallets. Yep, in the near future, possibly. Everybody's gonna have to get on board with the way everything is aligned and the way the technology is working. Everybody's gonna have to get in line. You're probably gonna be able to do a lot of things just on your cell phone by itself. So when it reaches 1,000, I will sell some. Gonna hold and keep working till then. All right. So hopefully get passive income at some point. That's what it's all about. Todd says I would like to like more than 5 million, but I could definitely make it work. Laugh out loud. I think 5 million really only applies to a person probably that's single with no kids and a family. In today's structure, single person with 5 million can probably live the rest of their days. And I'm not talking about living a horribly lavish lifestyle either, but comfortable for 5 million. A single person with no kids, I believe so. But if you have a family, you probably take more than 5 million. Disco says home taxes here in Boston will go to 13% in January. That's after a 10% increase last year, 23% in 2 years. Dang. See, information 21 says I'll hold and look for 5% yield. 5% ain't too shabby. When it hits 1,000, I have bypassed my goal. I will then be able to live with money in the bank and still have XRP in my wallet. I'm not selling unless there's an emergency. I know that's right. So Walmart will accept crypto payments. Yep, they sure will. Yeah, more than 5 million would be better. Most definitely. But if I got 5 million, I'll make it do what it do. I could just think about it. You can multiply your if you make some good moves, you can multiply your 5 million into 10 million. You can double it. So it's not the end of the it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the road. You can double your 5 million into 10 million. It's possible. Make good sound investments. Take a certain amount of wisdom, of course. I've heard there could be a 10% yield. Wow, 10% is huge. If when I sell, I'm thinking about taking my capital gains taxes and rolling them into the opportunity zone. If you hold it there for 10 years, you get your money tax free. Okay. Fishing is fun says if I sell 100 at 1,000, it buys me more waiting time while I work with a little more comfort. Oh yeah, that's doable. Like I say, everybody has a game plan. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody's family structure. You got some people that are single, some people are married, some people got kids, some people have no kids. Everybody it's not a cookie cutter way. Everybody has their own situation. You gotta do what's best for you. When it's all said and done, 10% would be nice, but there will be risk. Yep, like I said, when it's all said and done, you gotta know your tolerance level, and you gotta know what's best for you and your family and yourself, and get some good people around you. Get you a financial advisor, get a lawyer, all that good stuff. In my opinion, the quantum stocks are my other gamble that's had some big wins this past year, and it's all new tech. So can't wait to see what's in 5 years to come. Yeah, quantum stocks are pretty decent. Yeah, I'm sure that is right. Hey guys, hit that notification bell, hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I welcome all new subscribers. I appreciate you because it helps support my channel. Hope you guys are enjoying my channel thus far, and I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button, guys. I appreciate you. Trying to figure out an exit strategy for getting rid of debt while holding enough long term to make it a little tricky in my mind. I'm just hoping for a couple more months under $3. That would be great. Like I said earlier, I have a get out of debt bag and I have a forever bag. And when I say forever bag, I mean where it reaches a high price enough for me to say I can retire. That's just what I'm doing. I'm not financially advising anybody, but I got a forever bag and I got a get out of debt, have some fun leisure bag. That's what I'm doing. Can't tell you guys what to do, but that's just what I'm doing. You know what they always say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And my eggs are definitely not all in one they're not all in one basket. They are spread out. Diversification is key. No doubt about it. Diversify, diversify, diversify. Diversification. There's wisdom in diversification. Let me say it like that. Do we have any Avatar fans on the live? Anybody like Avatar? I can't wait till the next one. The next one comes out this month sometime. I believe it comes out on the 18th. I've been talking about that forever. Avatar, Avatar. I love Avatar. I saw the preview. It looked like it's going to be pretty good. So I haven't diversified, just using all I can afford for 1 year now, all in XRP. Okay. So we're taking the family to the IMAX to watch Avatar. My wife got me into it. Okay. Yeah, I believe it comes out on the 18th of December. At least here where I am. Yeah, I watched all of them. I enjoyed every last one of them. I think there was three so far. There was three that was out. This was I believe this is going to be the fourth one. I believe I enjoyed them all. The Todd says my son and his friends went to see Five Nights at Freddy's too. Wow, is that Freddy Krueger? Good movies. You said you quit watching all the hype channels. Okay, so I don't have any idea. You know how these kids are nowadays. Cause I'm like, man, if they still making Freddy Krueger movies. I used to watch all the Freddy Krueger movies. Just going to work and staying grounded. I know that's right. So Booker says I like gold as an alternative asset to crypto. If work currencies go all digital, it'll be found one of the few physical currencies left. Okay. Yeah, there is a lot of hopium going on, that's for sure. I know I got a lot of hope. So I guess I'm guilty as charged too then, huh? Todd says, "Nah, Bobby, you're good. You don't put up any clickbait thumbnails." Nah, I don't. You're right. Well, hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live, but I do appreciate you guys stopping by, chopping it up with me, talking to me, and everything. Made my day, guys. It really has. Uh, hey guys, so let me see. Booker says I like Ripple as long as they continue to make the right moves. I'm an XR believer. All right, take care, Disco. Hey guys, I'm gonna sign off here. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Please hit the like button, hit the notification bell, let you know whenever I put out a new video. If you have not subscribed, I welcome all new subscribers. I love you guys. Till next time, take care, guys. Peace. I love you. Y'all have a good one, guys. Hope you have a good start of your week.